Hello, and welcome to February 16th, 2023. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation video. I do this every morning just after waking up. It's now 4:41 a.m. Wow, I'm running about 15 minutes late, 10-15 minutes late. I do this in order to I have three objectives, three goals in this. One is I think about and talk about the last 24 hours, and namely how I did with the challenges and opportunities that I encountered during that time. Second, I categorically enumerate and, if I like, go into detail about something called the Good Life Creed. Hi Ollie, come on. And the dog's here. The Good Life Creed is a series of objectives and principles that I've laid out in my book, Going Alone, which I use to help manage my life and live my life better. So it's my toolkit. I like to say it's my human operating system, so to speak, to use the computer science language. And then third, the last thing I want to do before this video is done is to take a look at the next 24 hours and forecast what I need to do and enumerate my goals, my objectives. I keep using those words. It's not the objectives, it's the tasks that I want to do in the next 24 hours. And it's a work day, so this will broadly include my work tasks. But first, let's go over the last 24 hours. And by the way, I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday. I think I'm finally climbing out of my jet lag. It wasn't just the jet lag, it was kind of recovering from the whole trip to Japan, which was a fantastic trip. Best trip of my life, hands down, bar none, in every way. And I stumbled across an idea this morning that I'll share, which is a great idea that I learned from Yumiko. She bought me a new wardrobe of clothes before we went to Japan. That's a great idea because I experienced the trip I felt like a new man during the whole trip because I was newly clothed. I looked different. My clothes felt different. My shoes even. I brought new pairs of shoes, which was just a brilliant idea. It's a way to amplify a trip into another level. And I came back like I'm wearing an outfit now that my wife bought me. I feel like that guy that I was on the trip. It kind of carries over and helps to enliven the new man post-trip. I'll share that with her this morning when I see her. She's still asleep, as any reasonable person should be. Okay, yesterday. Yesterday was a tough day. I started the day not feeling good. Someone brought up, and they mentioned in Facebook, because I had mentioned that I wasn't feeling good, they had mentioned that maybe I'm suffering the side effects of the COVID vaccine, which I initially kind of dismissed, and then I realized that was unreasonable of me to dismiss such a claim. I'm going to look into it, see if that's the case. It seemed like I don't know, and then I realized I was being unreasonable in dismissing a possible cause, because the timing is suspect to dismiss that cause without looking into it, so I will. Tough day yesterday. Yet I just powered through it. In terms of opportunities and challenges met, there were several opportunities to just, it was the same thing. It was the challenge and the opportunity to exercise fortitude and discipline and just a strong work ethic and to power through. I just wasn't having it yesterday, but I did my duty. I did my job. I followed through, and in the end I felt good, as Emerson would say, do your duty, do your work. And I did my work, and there's Mr. Emerson on the wall right there. Thank you, Mr. Emerson. And I ended up feeling good in the afternoon. Took a nice long walk with not long because of my leg, but it felt long because I hobbled. Took a nice walk with my wife and the dogs, the real high point of every day. And we talked about various and sundries, the types of things that husbands and wives discuss. That's a good title. Excuse me for a second. Sleep in my eyes. An itch in my left eye. Okay. And so I'm still not fully recovered. This is the hardest part of the day right now. Heading into the start of the workday. I'm not ready. Why does my eye itch? COVID vaccine, right? Sorry if I'm being flippant. So, another thing that was interesting just out of yesterday was at lunch, Yumiko wasn't quite ready for the dog walk. So I just popped up the app on the phone to look at some real estate in Japan. And it was interesting how usually my routine changed. This is the first time I had done that since coming back. Usually I would focus on a large area of eastern Shizuoka Prefecture, the Izu Peninsula, and a greater area around Shizuoka City. This time I just focused and went right into a target area, the area of Shizuoka City and the surrounding environs. Had basically knocked it down from 3 to 4 large areas of search to 1. And I realized, wow, that was another side effect of the trip. The byproduct of resolving the bullseye target for our eventual destination. And then I zoomed in to have a close look, and bam, right off the bat, found a beauty of a house, not even very old. And it's a funny name, but there's a really good high-quality home builder in Japan called the Sekisui. Sounds like sexy. I used to think it was Sexy House. We can just call it that. But it's Sekisui House. And I found a sexy house in a really sweet location, close to the ocean. And I think I've mentioned before that it's near the ocean is where we in the Shizuoka area is a good place to find good bargains, because people are afraid of tsunami, even though tsunami are not a historical threat in the Suruga-Wan area where we live, where my family lives. Typhoons are more of a threat, and we have big seawalls there to protect us from the typhoons. But people being what they are, they don't want to live near the sea, so they'll sell their beautiful, expensive, expensive to build, sexy house for a bargain. And this idea first came to me. My friend Rob, who lives in the area, told me about a sweet deal that the owner had basically begged him to buy for $40,000 US, a 1-year-old home, basically a brand new home, because the owner was afraid to live near the sea. So I zoomed in on that area. I wasn't particularly looking. I was looking in a larger area, and I saw this house pop up on the map that I hadn't seen before. And it was one of these houses, a newer house. Like I said, it's a sexy house, a really high-end builder, near the sea with land for a garden, for very, very cheap. Jeez. And I was like, wow. Now, that's a resolving out from that trip, right? If it hadn't been for that trip, I would have been zipping around all over the place, and I might not have spotted that house, but I spotted it. It's in the target area. It's in the area we want to live. I could bicycle to my wife's family's house from that place. I have done it many times. Could bicycle to the sea, although you wouldn't want to get in the water right there. A little further up down the coast, I guess you could. So yeah, down by Mochimune, that'd be fine. Kind of giving away the area. I don't mind giving away the area. And it's very close to downtown Shizuoka. Anyway, look what that does to my attitude. It just livens me up. Let's do the good life. I'm going to give myself the lightning round again, just because I'm still recovering from my trip. Yeah, that's why. It's my prerogative. It's not cheating to give myself the lightning round. That's the baseline thing. Doing more detail than that is the exception. Here we go. 7 objectives. I don't need the pen for these. I can get through these. To be always ready to die. To make good and effective use of my time. To develop and maintain good and sound life principles. To cultivate good emotional reactions. To perform good actions. To recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, and to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Okay, here we go. 34 principles. War, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, that's 5. Purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pirate bride. Maturity, that's 10. Social principle. Public speaking. I feel like I might be missing one right there. I don't think so. I think I'm good. Temperance. Life will not go well. The horror show, 15. That which must be born. The feast of offal. Here's one I might miss. No, I think I'm good. Did I miss the principle of family? Distraction. Agency in the great indifference. The best seat in the house, that's 20. I feel like I missed the principle of family. It might belong in there. A little check mark right up there. The restless man. The path of wildness. The great life adventure. The risk of avoiding risk. Sin and damnation, 25. Complete oblivion. Script writing. Bullseye aim. Uphill climb. Arena and utility. Season of philosophy. I missed that one. It belongs in there, but it was a little further forward. Nothing is enough, and then the principle of family. That's 33. But see, so there's the 33, but I knew I missed the principle of family, which is up there. So I did get it. I just didn't do it in the proper order. And it belongs, the principle of family belongs just after the social principle, I think. I can't remember. But so I got all 34, but I kind of missed them in order, and I almost missed the season of philosophy, which is one I usually miss. That one, and that other one that I can't remember. Not the family one, but the other one. Okay, let's plan the day out. So, wait, what am I going to do? I keep forgetting to bring my little book over. Okay, what am I planning to do for today? Well, it's real simple. It's a work day, so I'll work. And I'll work hard and I'll work well. It's going to be a challenging day. I'm totally up to it, though. I've reached this point in my life where it's, how do I say it? I'm not going to try to explain it. I'll just simply give you an illustration. Everything at work is in the rearview mirror at this point. Doesn't mean that I'm not caring about it or that I don't have my attention on it. It's not. It's like you've driven past it. I don't like that. I don't like the way that comes out, because it sounds like I don't care anymore, or that like I'm disengaged, or I'm just phoning it in, and I don't do any of that. I'm incapable of doing that. I would quit before I would begin phoning it in. Absolutely. I can't do that. I'm incapable of goofing off, thankfully. But it's in the rearview mirror now. So what's on the road ahead? That place I told you about, that new resolve into a new life in Japan, that's on the road ahead. The new man that I'll be when I'm retired, the freedom that I'll have. Feel it welling up, this welling of new life and potential. That's what comes of this. Every time Yumiko and I have a great life adventure, every time we take a match to our current life and go into a new world, become a new man. Rob, my friend in Japan, sometimes comments that I look younger since I came back to America, and I wonder if that's a side effect. And I would agree with him. Yeah, I wonder if that's a side effect of it. So I'll work today. There's nothing else that I need to do. There's nothing else that I would like to set aside half an hour every day to be in the Discord and just sit there and strum my guitar. So I'll do that. I'll do the Discord at 6 p.m. Yeah, I'll be at the Discord at 6 p.m., which is 11 in Japan, 11 a.m. Other than that, I think I've got everything else in hand. And other than that, it's time to stop and get on with the day. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. And with that, my life is done, if not complete, or not finished. What do I want to say? What's the better way to say it? Done, I haven't quite finished, resolved. I used to say it. Done if not finished, done if not complete. I think done if not finished. Because done and complete are more the same thing, but done and finished are not. You can be done with your work, but the day's not finished. That's the way it is. That's how I am. My life is done, although my life isn't finished. So there you go.